Good morning, everybody. Everybody on my channel here. So, how was your weekend? I actually got myself some time. I did nothing. One of those days I literally laid in bed and slept because my brain has been over-processed. So, I went ahead and pulled these two cards today. Okay, they came out at the top of my deck before I made this video. Still waking up, guys, so bear with me here. We got the Fool and the Eight of Swords, okay? And my message today, based around these cards, is the prison of our own making when it comes to new beginnings and new starts. I find this very ironic in my life right now. There's something going on in my life that's related to this, but every day, every single minute, right? You have a choice, and there's always going to be choices for you to make. When you come to my channel and you view my tarot readings, the number one thing I try to get across isn't just predicting the future. It's the fact that you actually have choices. Everybody has them. Everybody has a choice you can make. So with the cards, you can utilize them in a way that is beneficial. You know, you can make different choices. You can explore the cards. You have such endless choices. When you come to reading, it's not the end. It's not the end, right? It's just information. It's information to help you. And this card, the very first time I saw this tarot cards was when I was a teenager. And this card always haunted me. It always haunted me, because when I was younger, I used to pull this card and I knew this was me. Okay, I knew this was me. Sometimes it still is me, right? We go through stages, but you have to learn to cope with these prisons. You have to learn to escape them, that you're the one who escapes them, okay? And for those of you that are on a journey here, you're making a new choice. There's something new here. Are you creating your own prison about your choices, you know? Yes, the Fool can make dumb choices, okay? The Fool can, but it's the start of something. It's a tough card. It's a strong card, okay? It's a very strong card. And so is the Eight of Swords. And I feel today, really, I just want to say, there's always going to be someone who disagrees with you. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like the choices you make. There's always going to be someone who disagrees with the things you do, the way you believe, whatever. Okay? Whatever you're doing, there's always going to be someone who paints their reality and tries to mold you to that vision. No matter how much you try to convince them, there's always going to be someone who does that. There's always going to be. Now, how do you look at reality? How do you look at it? You know, this is really important. Am I looking at reality through a specific lens? Am I creating a reality in front of me by my perceptions? It's important to remember that everybody out there, every single person has a perception about their reality. And it's easier for people to pull you into their perception, to pull you into what they believe. And if you have a mind that is easily convinced, okay? If your mind is easily convinced, and you can tie yourself up. You can tie yourself up based around what everybody else thinks of you. And let me tell you, personally, in my own life, I faced this opposition in my own life recently with someone that I care for greatly who disagreed with my practices vehemently. And I stood my ground because their perception, they try to force on the world. And good luck. That's all I have to say for that. And for anybody who has someone else trying to force their perception on them, good luck. Because people like that, they don't really know themselves. They're here. They're here, trapped in their mind, right? Instead of here, embracing the new, embracing the new, embracing the new adventure, the start of something big. And there will always be someone that wants to say something or fight you on it or thinks that they know the number one way. Yes, there are teachers out there, and learn from teachers. But I always point the person back to themselves. You, okay? This is something I've known for a long time now, that no matter how much information, no matter how much spiritual knowledge I have or wisdom, okay, it will always be here, okay? Here, inside you. So we have people constantly reaching out. And yes, depending on how desperate you are, you may do that. A lot of people do that. And I don't blame you. I don't blame people for doing what they do. You know, I don't blame those who try to force their perception on others. I don't blame them because they themselves are this, right? All around them is opposition. All these swords, you know, these bars. They see the world as their enemy. The world is their enemy. But here they are actually trapped within themselves, thinking that everybody else is the enemy, and they have to manipulate and mold and use and abuse and do whatever it is they think to, convince others that their prison should be joinable. You know, it's comfy in my little prison, right? It's comfy here. Why don't you come join me? No, don't go here. Don't go here. You don't want to do this. You don't want to think differently. You don't want to break outside the box. You don't want to do something. You don't want to do this. You want to do this. You want this, right? This is what society wants everyone to be in. Everybody, they want everybody to be here. And forgive me if I'm a bit heated here, but truly, which is the better choice? The prison forever until you die, or this? What do you want? You know, and to get here, for some people to get to the Fool card, it requires a release of this. Okay, it requires us to understand that every worry, every, how do I want to put this? Every piece of crap that we ingest from externally, right? That we ingest externally, every single piece of information, everything somebody says, if your mind is easily convinced of everything you hear, okay, and you're not using discernment, you'll stay here. Okay, you'll stay here because you think that, and I'm not saying anybody in particular, I'm just saying people, if you get stuck here, right? It's easy to build up more swords around you because you're tied up, you know. Emotions are hard to access. The mind is hard to access. But here with the Fool card, it's free, it's open, it's new. Yes, there's warnings here, right? In the some of the original decks we have the dog is actually the creature dog. It's sort of biting. Okay, it's biting. I think is it in the Marseille deck? I'm not sure, but it's actually biting the Fool's ass. Like he's facing the cliff and he's not looking behind him at the animal that's maiming him. Okay, right? In some older depictions of the Fool, he's facing outward despite the danger that's behind him, and it's foolish, right? But he's going to take that leap anyway. Now, for some, you may do this and end up here. Okay, you may take this leap, right, and end up suddenly stuck, right? Suddenly stuck. You took a foolish jump, right? You did it. It was probably in good faith. I've been there, but you did it. You did it. Okay, and now you're probably worried, like, did I make the right choice? Right? We need like some Two of Pentacles here or something. But some people make choices constantly. Some of us, we make these leaps constantly and then end up here. And so then you can constantly be in a loop. You could constantly be jumping and then get stuck here and then jump again and stuck it, right? So you could create a prison based around constant false starts. You know what I mean? Like always trying something new, always, 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 and never satisfied. Okay, that can also happen. But I feel somebody really needs to hear this today, whoever watches this video, and that is, no matter how people try to mold you or manipulate you into versions of themselves, or in you being their perfect everything, okay? You could give yourself over to a person. You could do that. You could martyr yourself over to a person. I've done that in the past. Worst mistake I've ever made. Pay attention to actions and intuition, right? Pay attention to the actions of the person and how they treat you. You know, if your intuition is off point, how are they acting, right? What does your gut say? What does your gut say? Let's pull one more card here in a conclusion. We've got 10 of Pentacles. That's interesting. I feel this is also speaking to me, okay? For a situation, specific situation in my life here with the 10 of Pentacles. You know, lineage, family, money, safety, security. I also find it funny here how the dogs on this deck, this is the Radiant deck, by the way. It's almost like here on this deck, we have the Fool. He's got this little doggy, right? It's a puppy almost. But if you look here at the 10 of Pentacles, right? We have full-grown dogs. So this is one of the cards that everybody hopes to have in their life. Okay, this is one of the cards that everyone wants. Right up there next to the 10 of Cups. Okay, the full money bag. Okay, the full money, the full family, having ancestry, the help of family, people around you, feeling safe, secure, right? Safe and secure. I feel as though a lot of people, when they get stuck in this place, right? When we get stuck in this place, we forget about this. We forget about what really matters. Okay, and in order to figure out what really matters to you in your life, if this is it, your 10 of Pentacles, okay, feeling stable and secure, which is something that I desire in my life, okay, and that's okay to want those things. There's nothing wrong with that, to want to feel stable. You know, you don't always have to be this. You don't always have to be jumping around and, you know, doing new things all the time, but in order to get to this, you have to pass through this, okay, and you don't want to stay stuck here for too long. You know, and some of you may be actually thinking really hard about this. You may be thinking so hard about how you don't have the stability in the world right now. A lot of people are suffering because of the fucking system and how things are. But here, you know, you have the opportunity to break away from that, to get out of this prison. You know, the Fool is here to break you out of this prison. You know what I mean? And to remind you of where you come from. Okay? Oh, I really feel that with the two dogs here. Like, it's like, did this Fool come from this home? Did he come from here? Right? Was he secure at one point? Or is he heading, is this him in the future? Did he head in this direction? Are these his dogs? You know, is this his future? You know, if he stayed here forever, he never would have got here. You know, this is growth, expansion, in a very beautiful way here with the Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel, most importantly right now, don't let other people get into your head, okay? Don't let other people tell you they know how to fight and they know how to make you fight and they know what to do. Do not let other people do this to you, because once you do this and you stay for a long freaking time, you can become the Hangman in reverse. You could. Anyway, so that was my message. Also, just a quick announcement for those people who have missed it and didn't see any of my tarot readings last week. If you didn't miss it, I did open up a Patreon page where I'm going to be releasing my extendeds. There's already some up there, all of last week, and I think it's all of last week's extended, and it's only $6 a month. You don't have to go there. If you guys want to book a personal with me, my personals are open. You can still do that. Down below in the description box is all the information that you will need to actually book with me. And that's pretty much it. So despite my harshness today for my state of mind, this is where my state of mind is right now. Despite my harshness, I do want you guys to know choices. Okay, you always have them. No matter what happens, you always have them. You can always embrace the Fool, even if you look like one, right? I'll see you guys later. Bye.